Okay, here we are in our solar house. It is mid-January and I want to show you how we grow lettuce in the dead of winter. Come on in. Okay, here we are in the solar house and we have 18 individual beds that we've put in here, and each bed has its own little heat system. And this is a super neat system. So it starts with the covers. We use our same frost blankets, the very heavy frost blankets, and they go up on top. And then we have our concrete mesh wire that we get at the hardware store. We use this stuff standard in all the buildings so we can move it from inside to outside however we want. And then the way this works is, if you look clear up in the ceiling, we're basically standing in a solar collector. The whole building gets hot, and even in January it'll get 80 degrees up there. And when it's about 60 degrees at chest high, the thermostat turns on and we start sucking the air off the ceiling, and that black tube comes down the black tube. There's a little squirrel cage fan on the wall there. That's what sucks the air down. And then there's a dryer hose vent that comes out of the side of it, and it blows the air down into the two lower layers of this bed. And the two lower layers, these are full of gravel. The gravel absorbs the heat, and then during the day and the night the heat radiates up into the next layer. We have a layer of plastic here that keeps the soil from getting down into the gravel, and then this layer has our soil and our plants in it. So we're constantly radiating up the heat up into the bed. And then this tube here is just it's a vent because we're pushing the air in the far end, and this allows some of the air to escape out this end so we can keep that circulation going through the gravel. So then at night we have the wires and the blanket, and this system works amazingly well. The coldest we've had outside is 13.5 below zero, and we've had perfectly good plants inside. We did an experiment with CSU. They gave us a grant to put the system in, and what we were looking at is what it would cost to heat this building from October to March. So we're looking at that back side of the calendar. We're in Colorado at 5,700 feet, so it's pretty cold here in the winter. The first year of the experiment, it would have cost us $7,000 to heat this building in propane. And the second year of this experiment, because propane was on the rise, it would have cost us $10,000 to heat this building from October to March. And the third year of the experiment, it would have cost us $12,000 to heat this building from October to March. And with our little squirrel cage fans, we were able to do this for $165. So we went from a $12,000 bill down to $165 to grow the same amount of produce. And the amazing thing about this building is, no matter how I plant it, this one's lettuce, this one's spinach, this one's Swiss chard, no matter how I plant it, it always comes up with about $3,000 worth of produce. So when we went from the $12,000 to the $165 a year for heating, it now became profitable to grow lettuce in the winter. So if you're interested in the design of how all this is put together, I actually wrote up the report, and it's on our website. It's thelivingfarm.org, and you can go up there and get the report and build this in your greenhouse. All right, I'm going to show you how we raise these covers. It took us a really long time to figure out how to actually handle these covers. So the first thing we did is we got a rock off the floor, and the rock is tied here in a knot with a string. And so we have 3 rocks, so we don't have to put any holes in the cover. And we just take this cover and push it up on either end, like that. Okay, and then we got a pulley up at the top there. And we just raise the covers like that. And we just hook this on the wall. There's a little loop in the string. Just hooks on a bolt on the wall. That's all it takes to hold it up. And the great thing about this is the covers are up out of the way for watering, and if there's any moisture condensation on the covers, they have a chance to dry and drip a little bit. Okay, one other thing I want to tell you about these covers is We raise these covers. First we wait for the building to start dripping so we know we're above 32 degrees before we put the covers up. And then if it is a cloudy day, we'll actually leave the covers on the plants to hold the heat in a little better. And if it is a sunny day, then the covers go all the way up. So I have found out that it takes about 3 cloudy days to kind of run the energy out of the rocks. So you could leave your plants covered for up to 3 days, but after that you need to be getting them open and getting some sunlight in them. The funny thing about it is, especially at Halloween, we get a lot of jokes about this being the ghost building because it looks like we have 18 ghosts hanging from the ceiling.